Hey, Chris. After a season here, reflecting back, what was it like to play for the Warriors?
Um, it was a unique experience. You know what I mean? I'm glad I got an opportunity to play with the guys that I did, get a chance to meet new people, um, play for an organization I never would have imagined I played for. But I'm grateful for the experience, and yeah.
That being said, if you had an opportunity to play again here next year, is that something you'd like to exercise?
I mean, I'm open to all things. I think right now, what's on my mind probably is getting back, spending some time with my family. Seeing them. I'm forever grateful to the organization or whatnot, and how much they allowed me to get back and see my family as much. Um, it's a big summer. Our team came up short, but I it was a tough season. Another hand surgery, hand surgery number 5. But all in all, it was fun battling with these guys. I just hoped and hope at some point I can get out there and play and try to make a bigger impact.
Chris, compared to maybe your expectations coming on this team, what's something that might have surprised you about being around this organization?
Um, it was a lot of surprise, like good surprises. Man, everything is first class. I tell you that much from everything. Big shout out to Eric Housen, the training staff, to Raymond and his crew, and all these the different people and the different personnel. You talk about it's a players' league. They really treat you like that over here, and it was really nice to see.
We obviously know the storyline about it becoming your first time ever coming off the bench. Steve really commended you on everything that, as far as how you took your role, starter, bench, anything. Do you have a desire, as far as whether it's here or anywhere else, to be a starter, or does that matter front of mind for you?
I think for me, I showed the ability to adapt and change. You know what I mean? But first and foremost, I'm a competitor, right? So I want to hoop, and I just love to play. I love to play. I love to contribute, and just I think that's what it is for me. So I think it's a big summer. I gotta get back to work, you know, get back to work.
Hey, Chris, you said when you were talking to Anthony that you got a chance, you tell people you got a chance to look behind the curtain. And tell us a little bit more about what you saw in terms of, what this team is like on a locker room level, what the coaching is like, management.
Uh, you might have to hoop yourself to get all that stuff. But I mean, I think for me, when I said that, it was more so about really getting to know Dre, Steph, and Clay. Obviously Loon too, but especially them three, given the amount of times we competed and played against each other, and just seeing everything. I mean, as far as this arena, obviously I played most of my games at Oracle, seeing the fans, seeing everything. And it was good to have a lot of the conversations that we had, and then also just an appreciation, right? Because although we battled against each other time and time again, there's an appreciation for the work that goes in and day out, and that's sort of what I meant about that.
We know you got to talk to your family and everything, but we know that you want to keep playing and you don't want to retire. What motivates you to keep going, at this stage of your career?
It's just I love it. You know what I mean? Like I've been playing basketball since I was 4 years old, and there's nothing other than my family that brings me more joy, right? Than the hard work and all that stuff that goes into it. And yeah, that's why. We get to play, a child's game and say it's my way of life and take care of my family. So that's why I do it. That's why I continue to do it. And yeah, I'll be back ready for next season.
And this was the first time in probably like 14, 15 years for you that you're not in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
How much does the way this season ends sour your experience here? And I guess how much of a priority is getting back to the playoffs for you?
Yeah, don't feel good, but it is what it is. I'll get a chance to travel and be an AAU dad, make some of my daughter's volleyball games, and a little bit of a longer break than usual, but it is what it is.
You've had a chance to see probably the best view of anybody of this Warriors team from the very beginning, like 12 years ago, when they were first starting to go to the playoffs and stuff like that. So you've watched them all along the way, and now you've been part of it. Does this seem like a team, a dynasty that's in a major transition point, or how do you look at it?
I don't know. I mean, I played against them 12 years ago, but I was on my own journey. You know what I mean? But, like I said, I have a deep appreciation for Steph, shooting and training with him day in and day out, dealing with, so many off-the-court things, just life, appearances, all the different things that I know he has going on with Dre, the season that he had, dealing with a lot, and same thing with Clay. So I think there's an appreciation for those guys, dealing with all the things that they've had to deal with over the past, I don't know how many years, that I'm grateful that I got a chance to know them on more than a basketball level. I really got a chance to know who they are, and I appreciate them for that.
This seemed like, it felt from the outsider's viewpoint, that for you this was more than just a passing through season, just another stop on the long journey, that maybe it was.
Yeah, I don't really operate like that. Any situation I go into, I'm all in. It was like that in Houston. It was like that in OKC. I think a lot of times people talk about that season in OKC, we weren't going to do, but I've always tried to make an impact wherever I was. So we came up short here this year, but I'm excited about the summer and getting back to work and seeing what's what.
Everyone talked about what a great mentor you have been for some of the young guys. How do you describe the growth in the young guys, whether it's a BP, Trace, JK, a Moses?
Yeah, it's funny, man, because I might have said it, I don't know, all these years we running together. I don't know if I said it here this year, or I said it when I got to OKC, when everybody always talk about mentor, and I'd be like, that's all good and well, but I like to hoop, But for me, I'm not like a hoarder of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I've had so many people who have sort of mentored me, taught me things over the years, whether it be Bobby Jackson, I'm tripping, Bobby Jackson or PJ Brown, you know what I mean? Some of my vets, all the way to Gennaro Pargo, Tyson Chandler, David West, all these guys. I've had so many people who have taught me things, and it wouldn't sit right with me if I just kept all that knowledge to myself. So I just try to pass on some of those little tidbits so that they know.
You've gotten to know Draymond pretty well, apparently. What would you say to his critics who say, he can still play and all that stuff, but he's not available. He puts himself out of the action too much and stuff like that. How would you address that?
Yeah, that's why they sit and talk from where they at. They not playing, and everybody always gonna have something to say. A pair of lips to say anything.
Blake Griffin announced his retirement yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
Were you guys able to connect? I know you two were close, and I guess when you were playing, did you ever think that he'd retire before you did?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. That was wild yesterday when I seen it, 'cause I mean, you don't always see eye to eye with everybody or always have the kumbaya relationship, but me and Blake got a chance to talk, was it last year, 2 years ago or whatnot, and so there will always be so much love and respect there. And sometimes you just have to reflect on situations, and I catch myself looking at highlights of Blake at times, and it's with anything, man. Sometimes you don't appreciate, what it was until it's gone. And so DJ texted me yesterday, DeAndre Jordan. He texted me like, damn, like he was, surprised or whatnot. Obviously, we all have that time, but that's 6 of the funnest years of my career, man. And there'll never be another Blake Griffin. Guys on the team, it's funny, some of the young guys be asking, they be like, yo, see, what was it like? What was it like? I say, you'll never see nothing like it. Never see nothing like it. And so I wish BG nothing but the best to him and his family. And, man, that was a time. Yep. Appreciate it.
Yep.